You're welcome.
Have you listened to 100 Gex?
What the fuck is that?
It's like a popular TikTok band right now almost, but they're not only from TikTok. It's like these... They make these crazy electronic songs.
No.
Yeah.
Should I play one?
No, because then we'll
Copyright
get...
strike.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We already had that with the Five Nights at Freddy's.
See, that's Five Nights at Freddy's.
But 100 Gex will do the same thing. It's just copyrighting music.
We're just getting them
in
more
general.
popular like TikTok is.
I think TikTok's done that job for them. Jun that job.
It's Jun that dob.
It's Jun that dob. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to episode 4. Why did that sound like you were speaking backwards? Hi.
Hey. Oh, I saw a really good one the other day. Fuck.
Hi.
I sent it to Hannah on TikTok. Fuck.
Was he like backwards talking?
So it was this chick and she got her family to say this word backwards.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say it was this chick that
she recorded
speak in reverse.
Oh, no. And then she played the video in reverse. And I think it was something motherfucker.
That's great.
Motherfucker.
That's
she got her whole
great.
family to say it.
That's
know what
awesome.
they're saying.
Hell yeah.
Love those.
I'm back on my bullshit. I picked up vaping from the last episode, like Trevor told me to.
Yep.
He said, you need a puff bar. Well, look at me now.
Oh.
I have two. Yeah. Talk about copyright. Holy shit. This song is more popular than fucking 100 Gex. What is this? Is this a TikTok?
Look at me.
Yeah, I know. I am looking at... Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Ethan knew it was coming. That's why his headphones are already off. Yeah, let's not do that.
Oh, sorry.
It's a little too early in the podcast to be doing that already.
Oh. All right.
So you came with topics to the table this week. Why don't you get into it?
Yeah?
Yeah, you
All
can
right.
jump right in. We can carry on.
So today is August 31st, the last day at the apartment.
The very final day of the lease.
The very final day of the lease. He said we have 2 or 3 days, like, if we need to finish cleaning stuff or whatever, but it's done. Just needs to get, like, a microwave out of there, and we're done. And it's a giant weight lifted off my shoulders.
To not have to pay
To not
that
have to
rent.
pay an very expensive storage unit, basically.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
And then you had to clean your storage unit out.
We had to clean the storage unit out, yeah. And that was, thank God for Tiffany and Mom and Dad. They both...
Kicked ass for you.
They all three, not they both. They all three busted ass, yeah. Mom vacuumed, Dad picked up, cleaned. Tiffany picked up, cleaned. Yeah, it was great.
Very
we knocked
nice.
it out in like 2 hours. And if I was by myself, it would have taken me a whole fucking day.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
And I wouldn't have done as much as we did. Like, we vacuumed Justin's room and everything. We cleaned everything and left just the kitchen. Just the kitchen for Justin.
Very nice.
Yeah. I mean, it was all his, like, dishes and stuff anyway.
Was he there when you went today for the inspection or whatever?
No.
Is he already back at his dad's?
Yeah, he's been back there like 2 weeks now.
Oh, okay.
They've just been slowly.
Yeah,
moving
kind of how
stuff
you've
in.
been.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I don't know. The 6 months that I did live there I think it was like 5-ish months. The 5 months that I did live there, it was nice.
It taught you
was
what
fun.
you want in a...
It
in a
was a
living situation.
huge life lesson. 100%. It taught me that apartments can be fun, can be great. It just depends.
Yeah.
Depends on a lot of different variables, and even if one of those is off, it can ruin it completely. And I'm not throwing names because Justin is my friend and I love him dearly and he'll always be my friend, but I will say, do not room with friends unless you are certain about their habits and all that kind of stuff. Because unless you know what kind of habits they have, they could throw off your habits and, throw off your life,
routine, yeah.
your routine. And it just upsets you and makes you not want to be there, and that's not the whole point of a home.
Being home is your safe place.
You want to be able to do your routine. You want to be able to do what you want to do without anything interfering, and if that happens, then it'll upset you.
Mixed up, yeah.
And if you don't take care of it, it'll mentally hurt you, and that's what happened to me. And then, long story short, I'm okay now. But
we're glad to hear that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you could tell over the progression of the podcast, really. I feel like we've just been, like, booking it through the podcast no matter what from, like, the last year. Like, I can't really tell a change in it. And our demeanor, like, I don't think there's a low spot. Like, I feel like you've never...
I think we've
expressed it.
I think we've had episodes that were
not as good,
right?
Sure.
And lower energy, higher energy. Certain episodes. It just depends. It depends on how our week goes. The same thing with living in an apartment. The variables. Everything.
Anything can change it.
One thing could completely change this podcast. Completely.
Yep.
We know that for a fact.
Literally, yeah.
So.
Well, and also another thing can change the podcast when you upgrade stuff and
exactly
make it better and have more production
insane high quality videos thanks to our producer
Nathaniel.
And the fact that he
quit twitching with mic stands.
Sorry, you do it when you talk. You fidget and shit. So that's what
why
I'm
holding
too.
my can and my puff bar, so I don't fidget with the mics anymore because that's
a good idea.
I've been bad about fidgeting with the mics.
I'm a fidgeter.
So we both fidgeters. Are. Yeah, that's why tinkering with cars was fun because it got the fidget done.
I think that's why I like computers instead of game consoles.
Yeah,
there's a lot more to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my preference.
A lot more sounds, a lot more clickies, and satisfying things.
Tiffany was telling me that her son wants to build her own computer, and she was asking me about it, and I was like, yeah, it can get a little expensive depending on what he wants. And she goes, well, he said he wants to build it himself, so it'll be a little cheaper. And I was like, yeah, that'll help with the price for sure.
Yeah.
But
it can also make it more expensive because
because then you're like, ooh, I want this, and ooh, I want this, and ooh. But he's also 13 years old, so he doesn't know much about it.
There's some baller pre-builts out right now.
Yeah.
There's this TikTok guy.
You can get pre-builts for almost the same cost as you would have built it yourself.
There's a TikTok guy that does that. He goes through and reviews pre-builts that people suggest to him, and he goes through on the PC parts picker list, and he's like, this isn't the exact thing, but it's equivalent to that, this and that. And he found one that was the exact cost on PC part picker. Everything was already.
What company? Do you remember?
I have no idea. I really don't remember.
That's a badass company.
It was like $578, and it was like a standard. He said this is a good 30 frames on any game
entry,
you want.
Like
very
minor,
entry, yeah. And he did it on PC parts picker, and his was even a little more expensive, he said.
Really?
Yeah, it was like $590 for his, and they were selling it for like $570.
That's where it comes in, because if you think about it, these companies, a lot of them I would think are getting bulk prices.
Mm-hmm. So they can sell at a little bit of an up mark for them.
They're still making profit, even if they sell at cost what you were to buy it for. So that's still cool.
It's kind of how working on cars goes.
Yeah.
Mechanics get it at a discounted price, and then they have to upcharge it, and then... But still, there's some badass pre-builts on the market now.
Yeah.
And
it definitely makes me like not want to build mine, because I feel like it'd be so much cleaner to actually just buy one made by somebody.
Because somebody's going to do that professionally.
And do it right. And I did it right, but I could have done it better.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about mine. Yeah. Like the hoses touching the glass and all that kind of... Like there's definitely things that I could have done that aren't like perfect, but...
I think my only thing
is a nightmare in that case.
Yeah,
I think the only
thing that I would have changed is a different case in water cooling for at least my CPU, if not both.
Logan's gonna upgrade here soon.
Yeah.
To 2080 because the 30 series are going on sale. So he said he'd sell his 1080 to me. That's water cooled.
30 series?
Yeah, they're coming out with 3080s and 3070s, and
the 2080s have only been out like
a
2
year and a
years?
half. Yeah, 2 years.
Jesus.
But these 3080s have ray tracing on them. So it's like top
the
of the line
fucking
graphics.
Insane right
it's
now.
Nuts. And Logan's like, I'm not playing Call of Duty Cold War without ray tracing because of just how amazing it looks.
What is the benefit of ray tracing?
It makes everything just look way, way, way better. It's so hard to describe it, but it's insane. And Ethan said he couldn't play with ray tracing. He said it's like it would ruin it for him.
Isn't I thought the 2080
Ti or whatever.
isn't it an RTX? I thought that was ray tracing. I thought the 2080s had ray tracing. Don't they not?
I don't know if it's
I thought they
gotten
were called
better.
RTX 2080s.
I don't know if that's why the
Maybe it's just a
3080s
better
are.
version of
Yeah,
ray
it's just
tracing.
even better and it looks better and you can't like Logan's because that's why he's going to the 2080 because it has ray tracing on it.
Yeah,
He's not going to a 30 series. He's going to the 20 series because 30
Well,
series
the 30's
is coming out.
20's
is
dropping
dropping
on sale.
big time, like he did with his 1080. He got his 1080 for $450. So
Keep in mind, it's a Zotac Mini. It's not.
no, it's not. He's got the big 3-fan one. I thought
No, he bought the Zotac Mini. That's why he got it for $400.
he got 2 of them for. I swear he sold his Mini and got a full size card.
Maybe that's why he said he got it for $400 because he sold the Mini and got that.
Yeah,
towards
and
it.
then he water cooled it. He put a block on it.
Yeah,
so it's
he got that
water-cooled.
NZXT like pop on one. Which
and
I really like. I think that's
Yeah.
a cool, affordable way
to water cool your system. That's like my AIO on my CPU.
Yeah, that's what you buy. You buy one of those and hook it
instead
up
of
to
having
your
it a
GPU.
full. Yeah, instead of
I
having
think
a
that's
system.
such a cool idea to help out.
It would suck because then I'd have 2
budget
radiators
builds.
in that if I did that. Because I'd have the radiator for the CPU and then I'd have the radiator.
and that's when I think you need a bigger case.
I would. I'd need a way
If
bigger
you're running
case.
2 radiators, because you'd have one going from the top, one going from the front. Yeah, one vent. That's not good.
It's not worth it. One vent with 3 fans.
If
Technically
you'd
5.
If you'd run the 2 or 3 fan, I'd run a 2 fan on my CPU and a 3 fan on the GPU.
I already have 2 on the CPU, and then there's 3 case fans on the front, so that's
so
already
you'd
5
swap those
fans.
out for the GPU.
I have
one and,
2 pulling, and the 2 in the back are pulling as well, so it's just sucking air through that radiator.
Yeah.
But it's also not good because you want push fans on your radiators. That way it pushes through the radiator, but the fans are on the back, so it's got to pull it through. That was definitely your...
He's saying no push fans.
On a radiator, you want pull because if you push through a radiator, dust is going to get trapped between the fan and the radiator.
Oh.
Whereas if you pull through, the dust will get on the radiator, and you can just go through the fan and blow it all out.
Oh, so since I have a push and pull, it should be sort of the same effect, really, right? Because I have 3 on the front that are pulling, and then there's 3 on the front that are pushing in, and then there's 2 on the back of the radiator pulling it out
He's
into the
saying
case.
you want to get rid of the pull.
Well, I can't because they're
Or the
case
push.
fans.
You want to get rid of the push.
Yeah, because they're case fans, so I
You can
can't
still
really.
delete
Which
case
is
fans.
fine. I mean, you can do a push-pull, but if you have to do... Because the push-pull is still going to be better than just one
Just
or the other.
nothing, yeah.
Oh,
But-
okay.
But if you have to do just one...
You would want to do
wanna
pull. Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
Okay.
That would make more sense
That
for
makes-
less dust collection. Yeah.
And that helps with smaller cases too. They can't.
Yeah.
You could delete, delete, but like rig to where the radiator is, and then in front, and the fans are pulling on their
Pulling
normal
it through.
spot.
Yeah.
That would help. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
back-
want to do some upgrades soon. But back to the apartment.
I need to get a water cooled. I'm still on the regular fan CPU cooling.
Ethan told me to do a full custom water cool build. He really wants me to do it.
I think it'd be dope, but it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. And in the end, it'd be worth it. Yes,
I'd rather
but
have ADOs or whatever they're called.
AIOs
AIOs
Yeah.
already. I don't know what to say.
already in operation.
Yeah, already in operation.
All in one. Oh, look at that.
Oh, all in one. Okay. Yeah, because it's a complete system. There's no way for it to
Yeah.
leak. And if it leaks, then
Yeah.
you got a bad system.
Yeah. Nah, rewind a little bit. Every time I go over there to Tiffany's, he's playing Minecraft on Xbox. Always. He's always that or Rocket League. And I always brag.
Rocket League, hell yeah.
I always brag about playing Minecraft on PC with my friends and all that stuff. And I think I'm like slowly converting him. Like he hasn't said anything to me about it, but I think I'm like slowly
The
working
thought
it
of a
into
PC
his mind.
sounds cool to him. He's like, ooh, Fortnite
Yeah.
on PC.
And then I told her if you want a decent one, it's gonna be like $1,500. She was like, "Oh, like all at once, or can I buy the parts?" And I was like, "You can slowly buy the parts, yeah." And she goes, "Okay, it makes it a little better, but that's expensive
Still
as fuck
expensive
compared to a
as
$200 Xbox. I mean, $300
yeah,
whatever."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Xbox, I need to sell mine. I only have it
I
because it's a
would, but I
Blu-ray
have,
player,
like-
but I don't Blu-ray.
If I didn't spend like $200 in Rock Band songs, I'd probably sell mine too.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's a whole
I'm kind of
different
too deep
game.
now.
Yeah, that does suck. But it'd also be cool. Well, no. was gonna say it'd be cool. You could just put them all on your clone hero, but then, like you
I
said,
can
you
get them all
spent
anyway.
$200 on
Yeah.
them, so you may as well play them on the actual game
Yeah.
that they're mapped for and professionally mapped and all that. So we left off department. I don't quite remember where. Talked about Justin's dishes in the kitchen. I asked Justin was there.
Yeah.
So you're over it. You're glad that it's done, but you're also glad that you did it.
And yes, I'm very glad I did it because we had a lot of fun times in that apartment, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Granted, I only went like 5 or 6 times, and that
No,
may be my
you went
fault.
more than that, but still, yes, there were some great times in that apartment that I'll never forget.
Here I go fidgeting with the mic again. I complained to Trevor, but his was loud. His was annoying. I'm trying to think of my favorite memory at the apartment. It's either the first podcast we did with Justin that never saw the light of day, or the podcast we did with Hannah that I accidentally deleted after we did the Miracle Berry tasting. And I know Trevor's texting very vigorously and not paying attention.
I'm sorry. I'm getting asked questions that are pissing me off, so I have to reply.
I think my favorite memories are definitely the Miracle Berry experiment with Hannah, and or like I said, the first podcast we did with Justin that never saw the light of day, because that was a really good podcast, but it was also just kind of fucked up and didn't need to be in public.
No, the first one was good. The first one was not fucked up. The first one was great. You're thinking of the second one we recorded on the couch. That was fucked up.
That was the first one we did at the apartment.
No, dude, we did another one that got deleted. That me, you, and Justin sat at the table for. You don't even remember that one, do you?
No.
That's crazy.
I liked the couch one. I thought that was good.
It was all
just a
right,
fucked
yeah.
up
But the first
conversation.
me and you and Justin went on like space rants and all that kind of stuff on when we sat at the table.
Wow, I don't remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah. And the one that we had with Hannah that was really good, that got deleted. That was a bummer.
Yep. It seems like all the good ones at the apartment managed to get deleted.
Yeah, like the really good. We still
Hannah's
filmed like 10 to 20 at the apartment around there. If you think about it, because
yeah, like the first 10.
We started it right around when I got the apartment.
Yeah. And that's why we were excited, because we knew we were going to be able to do it at your apartment and not have to worry about doing it anywhere else. We were like, fuck yeah, we can make a place in the apartment for this.
Yep.
And I'll get down and boogie with it.
We still could have. We could have took my old room, but whatever.
Nah.
Hearsay.
Not worth it. Yeah. Not worth it, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Lots of good memories in the apartment that I'll never forget. I'll never forget the one video that I took of Hannah doing a handstand and you passed out on the couch and saying there's two kinds of people at parties. That's still one of the best videos I've ever done.
I remember that.
You don't?
I
Well, I mean,
remember
yeah, you were passed the fuck out.
I remember partying there with all the cousins that one night, but I don't remember passing out on the couch. I'm trying to think of what I want to do to my computer. I know I want a new case. I kind of want to go with a new processor and more RAM so I can like have a way faster build.
Yeah.
But mine's like fast enough already. I feel like if I did more RAM and another SSD, I'd be solid. Because I want another 1,000 terabyte. Top right.
Top right, yeah.
But slapping my ass is not one of them. I hope you got that on Snapchat too.
You're good.
You need to send that to Ethan so he can put it right here.
Okay. I don't think I have Ethan on
That's fucking great.
Instagram. That's fine.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
I don't really need to do anything to my PC. Like, I definitely, like, it's still totally fine and up to spec for what I'm doing. But it's just that itch to upgrade something, like to tinker again and all that. We were talking at the lake on Saturday. Why did I just space out on where I was going with this? Wow.
Tinker Lake Saturday.
I know, but I forgot what we were talking about on Saturday that made me remember that. I know we were talking about like upgrading stuff that didn't need to be upgraded. Oh, tattoos! Me and Kelsey and everybody were talking about tattoos. Like we have an itch for a new tattoo, but it's also like the drive to go get one isn't there. And it was like Kelsey's like, I don't want a new piercing or a tattoo or just something. She's just like, I just want to do. I was like, I really want to do my Take It Easy tattoo that I want.
Yeah.
But because I've wanted that tattoo since like high school.
50 tattoo ideas that I saved and then I just want to do, but
Time
and money
Mm-hmm.
is the problem.
Yeah.
So.
I would do that Take It Easy one. I just don't know where I want it. That's my big issue. Because I
Yeah.
wanted it on the back of the leg, but after I got the cats on the back of the leg, I think I'm done with tattooing my leg. That shit hurts. That shit hurts.
I mean, try getting your knuckle grinded on in your
I'm good.
bone right here.
I'm good.
Touch this bone where your thumb connects to your wrist and imagine a needle just
No, I'm good.
grinding on
Yeah,
that.
I'm all right. That's the back of my leg was enough pain for me to not want anywhere near a bone.
All right.
That's why I'm only doing a half sleeve, so I don't have to go all the way down.
Oh my god.
But this is gonna suck to get covered up because tattooing over scar is gonna fucking suck regardless. But we don't have to talk about that right now because it's not what I'm doing. I think that's the next thing I'm doing though. Maybe
cover up.
is a cover up because I really want to do
can't
that
talk
cuff.
about that?
I really want to do the cuff,
Oh, we can't talk about that.
dude.
I mean, if you don't want to, it's fine. I understand.
It's just a bad
I just,
tattoo, man.
Like,
That's
I
all
would
it is.
Never get my tattoos covered up, even though I think this is not a great tattoo. I just get it done better.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way of doing this one better. When a date is wrong, the date is wrong. Like I could just get rid of that and maybe have a band go around and just have it say XXX. I think I'm good on that too. I don't want to just
you
a
could
random
just do what those
because it's not centered. If it was to be a cuff, like it wouldn't be centered in the middle of my arm to be
what do you mean,
triple
like
X.
all around and
Yeah, I
then
just want one that goes all the way around and it looks like a sleeve.
I
Like
mean, you could do that.
like that, but I want a solid black line here, and then I want like open space here, and then a really thin black line there.
Right.
So I want like dots or like some sort of like cool like pattern all throughout the middle, and then the tiny little one to match the thickness, or not match, but
the thickness.
because that's gonna have to be a thick ass band to go all the way around my arm, and it's gonna be solid fucking black. So it's just gonna be.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's gotta go.
You think so? All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can't live with that because that's a memory that I want to get rid of.
really? All
Yeah,
right.
that night was not fun.
That night was
That night was real
That
shitty.
was a night. Yeah. All over the place. Not even just a tattoo. That night was just all.
Oh,
over the place in
getting
general.
there was even shitty.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Awful.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. Dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire. 2020.
Is that the
Literally.
new saying? Like, if anything's bad, just say 2020.
Have you seen that thing where it was porta parties? Porta parties?
I want to go to a
potties.
porta party.
Yeah, I do too.
A portable party.
Dude, what if they made like a porta party that was like a bunch of porta potties in a big square, and the back door opened and you got into a party? Like it looks like it
just
wasn't
looks like a
there
bunch of porta potties.
in a big square, but you open only one thing
And it's the
has
secret
two
door.
doors, and if you go through, then everybody's in there just partying.
That's dope.
That'd be super fucking cool.
A porta party.
A porta potty.
Party.
Porta potty party.
Porta potty party.
Anyways, it was a bunch of porta potties on fire and melting, and it said if 2020 was a scented candle. I thought that was so great.
That's good.
Like, oh, burning shit. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty
what
good.
a horrible smell.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever smelt a trash truck that's on fire?
No.
God awful.
You have?
God, yeah. There was one on Cooper. It was picking up trash by the oil states, and
Oh, God.
Colin drove by, and he said the truck was going down the road with a fucking flame coming out of the back. And he pulled in the parking lot and opened it and dumped it into the parking lot. And then a firefighter showed up, put all the dump out. And then a cleanup crew had to come up there with bulldozers and put it in another trash bin.
Really?
Yeah, I drove by when the firefighters were still putting it out. But he saw the truck with the fire coming out of the top. So, yeah,
Wow.
burnt trash is like one of the worst smells you can smell ever.
Jesus Christ.
Because it's just a mixture of, like, mildew and rotten
Yeah, no.
food and just burning.
No good.
Yeah. It's probably worse than burnt eggs.
Or burnt ramen.
Ah, man. I had a face full of that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about how many times I've burned ramen in a fucking microwave. I probably
I'm
could have burnt
sorry,
a
but-
house down that one time.
Yeah, that
And I
was
let it go the whole 3 minutes, and I walk in there, and the bowl is melted onto the plate as well as the ramen.
Why do we still have that microwave?
I don't know.
It's
Why did Dad
disgusting.
pull it apart and fix it when it
Yeah.
was broke? Like, we should have just gotten a new one.
That's
But
what I said.
if
I
it
handed
ain't
him
broke-
rent, and I said, "Here, buy a new microwave." And he goes, "No, it's fine. I'm fixing it right now." I was like,
yeah, if
"The
it ain't,
microwave's like 15 years
if
old.
it ain't broke, don't fix it. It was broke, and he fixed it, and it works again. Yeah, I burnt like 8 things of ramen.
Yeah, easily. I just like this is before you were a stoner. How do you forget the water?
I was a gamer, man. I had to get on that Xbox, and I wanted my ramen when I got on Xbox. So I came home and made ramen, and was like,
Getting on the Xbox.
"Oh fuck, something doesn't smell right." Walk in there, and the brick is black.
The brick
Black
of pasta.
Yeah, it's solid black with brown seasoning on top. You ever burnt ramen noodles, Ethan? No. Am I the only one? Have you ever burnt ramen noodles? Oh, guys, we have a live audience again. My girlfriend Andy is here. I guess I'm the only one that's managed to burn ramen noodles in the microwave in
I
this
feel
room.
like you're one of the few people in the world.
I
who's
don't think
managed to
so.
Burn
I
ramen
don't
noodles
think
like
that.
In that way, I feel
That one time, yes.
in
That
way,
one
if we're
time is
getting the
very
water and microwaving for
inexcusable.
3 minutes.
Every other time I've gone like maybe a minute and caught it because I was like, oh, that's just smoke. That's not cooking. The one time I walked away and came back and opened it and it bellowed out and I saw the plastic bowl melted onto the glass sheet, I was like, oh, I just fucked the microwave. I just fucked the microwave completely. And I remember taking that glass sheet into the backyard and you're like, that's not coming off. And I sprayed the hose on it and it just boom, fell off and the whole thing slid off. And you're like, you're so fucking lucky. And I was very lucky that it just popped right off.
Was that you?
There's probably a door opening, like the garage door opening or closing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've burnt enough ramen in my lifetime to be burnt out on it too.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I only make ramen like fancy now, where I boil the noodles in water and then I make a broth instead of using the noodle water as the broth.
Yeah.
And that's really yummy. And you put like seasonings in it and you make a tasty broth instead
The
of
hard boiled.
not hard boiled, soft boiled. You gotta let it break and ooze.
Whatever. Same difference.
Stir it up. That's the sound ramen makes when you stir it up with an
Is
egg
it?
in it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
That's awfully quiet.
Mac and cheesy.
No, that's way off. No, that's different too.
Make it drop. Got that wet ass pussy. I heard that song about 9 times this weekend, so you can't blame me that
Jesus
it's stuck in
Christ.
my head. Ethan can agree. I think we heard WAP one too many times this weekend.
No.
And then the boat pulled up next to us playing it, so the girls would start dancing to it as well. It was like 8, not 8, it was like 6 dudes on a boat with a nice ass boat.
Yeah.
But they pulled up with no females on the boat, and we had
Yikes.
3 party animals on the boat that were shaking their ass and
Wow.
going crazy.
Much
It's fun,
work.
though.
Yeah.
I got some stuff that I can tell you after the podcast. I
Oh,
don't
no.
want to say it on air because it's weird, but yeah, that was a fun trip. That was a lot of fun.
It's weird.
Oh yeah, no, it's actually very natural, but it's also not something you want to tell everybody. I think you can.
Ethan's
I
like,
think
"Stop,
you can
just
catch the drift
stop."
we're going on, and we're
I
gonna
think
stop
I
there.
can't. I don't.
We're good.
I don't know that
We'll
I
stop
want to
there.
know after
No,
the podcast.
we'll stop there. So yeah, we had a fucking blast on the lake Saturday though. That's a bad. You would, like I said, you would like that lake. It's so smooth. It's not lake like.
It's a lake.
Okay, but it's
Gross.
way better sitting out in the fucking middle, drinking beer and hanging out on a boat, listening to fucking bops all day, than sitting on a fucking nasty ass Joe Pool beach.
I mean,
where 900 people have been.
props
you're
to
so
you
secluded
if you like
out
that
there.
lifestyle. That ain't my lifestyle. That's just not for
You just
me.
gotta try it.
I'll try it, but I ain't gonna. I can already tell you That's just not for me.
Because you can
I've
sit
done
on the
it.
boat in the shade. You don't have to worry about being in the water
That
if you don't want to be
sounds
in the water.
Awful.
It's not awful.
Why would I just want to sit on a boat getting blasted with loud music at my ear?
You're not, because the
Doing
speaker's in the
nothing.
front, so you don't hear it that much when you're behind it. It's way quieter behind the speaker than it is in
Okay.
front of it.
That
You're
just,
not doing nothing. You're drinking beer, having fun, shooting shit with everybody.
I guess.
You'll be vibing. Don't worry.
I'll be vibing, right?
Everybody starts vibing
I guess.
when like 4 people feel it. Everybody starts feeling
What
it.
if 4 people feel? Only 4. Never
Well, that's
3.
what it takes. No, it takes about 4 people to get a vibe.
If 3
going.
people are feeling it, the 4th person's like, I'm not ready yet.
Not ready yet. Yeah, and then when they're ready, everybody's like, "Oh, okay, they're ready. I'm ready."
Okay, the 4th person's ready. It's time for
We're
the
all
party.
vibing.
the
Yeah,
actual
we're all gonna
vibes.
start vibing. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm telling you.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Once
I'll give it a whirl.
I can tell you the 4th person is Lauren. When Lauren starts feeling it, everybody feels it. Because we're all hyping up Lauren, trying to get a mood up, and then Lauren's like, fuck it, let's go. And we're like, yeah! And then party out.
Right.
It's fucking blast. This is so much fun. We're supposed to be going again this weekend, but we don't know yet because Logan's dove hunting might be in the way.
That just means he can't come.
But they don't want to go out on the lake without Logan.
Oh, okay.
They want it to be so anybody that wants to go can go.
Right.
And Logan's like, don't go to the lake without me because I love the lake.
That's not fair. Everybody else can't go just because one person isn't going.
It's not that they can't go. They just would rather have. I don't know how it works. They're just trying to figure out the days they're going to go to the lake around his schedule right now.
Yeah.
And Hannah said it's super annoying. She understands. So, but we'll figure it out. We're good. We're chilling. And the next, Hannah said the next like 5 weeks is all they have left with the boat going out on the weekend. So, because it's coming up on winter and they got to winterize the boat, you can't take it out in the middle of like
5
fall.
weeks, I guess, would be the beginning of October. It's still going to be like 90 degrees outside during the day.
Dude, it's supposed to be a high of 80 next Wednesday with a low
What?
of 54.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Exactly.
I don't believe it, but that's what I'm talking about.
So these next couple weekends are supposed to be the best weekends to be on the lake because it's not like blistering hot outside and the water's like kind of chilly. So you're like, fuck, the water's cold. I need to get out and enjoy the sun. So you lay out in the sun, have a couple beers, take a shot or two.
You get warm again.
And then get warm. You're like, fuck, I need to take a dip. And take a nice cold dip. Just don't jump off the boat.
No.
Because I jumped off the boat and my feet touched the dirty mud on the bottom, and I had to like.
That shallow water?
It was like 6-7 feet probably.
Oh, okay.
But I jumped and didn't realize it was that shallow. Logan told me it was 6 feet deep, so I was like, I may touch the bottom. I'm just gonna pick my legs up, and I like kept going down. So I was like, I gotta put my feet down so I can push up, and I put my feet down, and they just went in the mud. They didn't like push off, so I had to like panic swim. I was like, fuck,
nope,
fuck.
fuck that, fuck that.
So
no, thank you.
It's gross.
You weren't wearing your
Feeling the mud.
diaper?
No, not when I first jumped in. I didn't have my diaper on, but we learned you're not supposed to wear the diapers.
Why?
Because you sit on them, and if you just sit on them, it doesn't ride up your groin and like bug you.
Yeah.
So you just slide it under your butt, and then you got like a leg rest, and then you're just chilling. As long as your arms are by your sides, or like one arm is down and the other one's holding your beer out of the water, you're chilling right at neck level. But the second both arms come up, you go under. We don't know why, but that's just how it works. And Logan was telling us that, and me, him, and Ethan were doing it for like 15 minutes of just coming back up, birthing out of the lake.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a fucking blast. I really like Lake Alvarado. That's way better than Cedar Creek. Way better than Uncle Mark's Lake House. That lake sucked.
Yeah.
It was a struggle to stay in one position. We're about...
No time check?
I was about to say we're about time check time. And I couldn't think of the word time check.
29.
Ethan, you have a microphone.
36.
Andy? Oh, so do you know when we started? Do you want to just take a stab and be right? Quit checking your time! Ethan was close. We were 37.
Wow.
And he said 36, so.
Interesting.
What are we at on the video?
35.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We had about not 8. We had about a 4-minute intro to the show, so it's not bad at all. We're cruising right along. We can get into some questions.
not bad.
Do you have your questions on your phone, babe? Do you want to read them? So the key to the mic is you talk into the top.
Okay. Would you rather experience the beginning of Earth or the end of Earth?
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, definitely beginning. I feel like the end would be terrible and terrifying and awful.
But I feel like you would appreciate literally every little thing that you didn't appreciate before because you know it's about to just go away. But I think I agree. The beginning would be so cool to watch, like,
Life.
yeah, literally to see. Okay, so that I can add on to that. Are we in a third person view watching the Earth explode in a spaceship, or are we on a planet colliding in with another planet and seeing Earth begin because we were on the wrong planet and we got shifted onto the Earth? Or are we not going that deep and we're already just humans on the planet and you can see it
Yeah,
start
I
or
feel
end?
like you're there on the planet as a human,
Okay,
as
so
yourself, and you
I think I'd rather have the end.
really
Because the
you'd rather-
technologies, yeah. There would be so much advanced technology by that point
But
that
it's
it'd
the
be
end.
fun.
And if we have that much advanced technology and we can't stop the end, it must be a horrifying end.
Oh, very true. But what about the beginning? There's literally nothing.
That's the beauty of it.
I don't.
You get to watch the nothing become something instead of watching the everything become nothing.
If we
feel
had the
like that's
knowledge we
depressing.
had now, and then we had to choose that, I would choose end. I don't want to do the beginning because if I had the knowledge I had now, life would fucking suck at the beginning of life.
I guess.
Because I'm way too accustomed to my current lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anybody in their own time would be.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the beginning would be cool just because you could, like you said, just see the whole experience of life being made. This is
Yeah.
literally the same chords, just softer than what you had before.
Yeah, the
ones
other
are
ones were more
way-
intense.
yeah,
I
the
didn't
other
like
ones
the
are way
intensity.
stronger. Good question, babe. Would you have an answer? Don't know.
Because either one is like chaotic to me because it depends where you're starting. Like, are you starting at the Big Bang or are you starting like when stuff is?
Yeah.
Like when
dinosaurs
dinosaurs
and
dead and then caveman
Yeah.
became a thing. Are we starting at the? Yeah, okay, yeah. That's a very open-ended question. But regardless, I think I'm gonna have to go end.
Yeah.
I think I would be put at peace knowing everything is ending and not just me.
Who's to say it's everything? It's just our Earth.
Okay, the Earth is fucking ending.
okay.
That's everything on Earth that I know, so it's
I mean,
ending.
But if you're
Unless
watching the
somebody's in a
end,
spaceship
yeah.
watching it happen. Could you imagine being in the ISS and watching Earth explode and then waiting to feel the shockwave?
The ISS?
International Space Station?
Oh. I didn't know.
Yeah, ISS. The big ass floating satellite in the sky that people live
Huh.
on.
That'd be
Could you imagine watching Earth explode and then knowing
No, 'cause
the
that'd be
shockwave
worse.
is coming your
that'd
way?
be worse
That'd be
than being there.
fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
That'd be so sketch.
And knowing you're just stranded.
And yeah, there's no more home.
Yep.
You would die from the shockwave
Eventually.
of Earth exploding.
You think so?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I mean,
if
a
the
planet-
Earth if the planet exploded, yes.
Yeah, that's what I
100%.
said. Like, if you watched Earth explode from the ISS and all you can do is wait for that shockwave to come because you know it's going to come and it's going to just woof and send you
Okay.
spiraling.
So that's the question. Would you rather be on the planet or would you rather be in the space station? I'd rather be in the space station.
Save.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because I would love to be able to see that.
Yeah.
Granted, it's fucked up to want to see that, but I would love
I'd rather
to
see that
than not.
be on the planet. And
Yeah, definitely.
I think so.
Most definitely. Next question.
Would you rather swim across a pool full of poop or dead bodies?
Oh!
Are the dead bodies leaking
Yeah.
fluid?
It's like, how old are the dead bodies?
Fresh dead bodies.
Fresh, perfect.
Perfect.
Swimming through the dead bodies.
Yep. Swimming through dead bodies. Fuck poop.
Yeah. Poop's
You can
gross.
get disease from swimming in poop.
Well, I mean, you might get a disease from swimming through
If
dead
they're freshly
bodies.
dead, no.
You think so?
Unless they're secreting their fluids,
Don't
then you're
people
swimming through.
shit themselves as soon as they die?
That's what I was
Oh,
saying. That's why I
no.
said, is it like clean bodies in a pool?
She said
Like-
they're fresh dead bodies, so they probably, once they died, they just threw them in this pool.
Then
So they probably already
You're
did
literally
shit themselves, but
swimming-
they probably didn't clean them up. They
then
probably
you're
didn't clean
literally
the shit
swimming
off
through
their
shit
ass.
anyways. I'd rather just swim
But
through the
no,
shit.
it's a little bit of shit. It's not a pool.
It's a piece
of
of
shit.
It's a pool of shit. Cum pit is literally all the body's excretions. It pushes every fluid out
You
of
do
its
not
body.
come when you die.
You piss and shit, so why wouldn't you just come?
Because you're.
Your body's pushing it out as a final hurrah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Google it. Do you come when you die? I don't know. That's a tough one. If the bodies are
I'm
clean
choosing
and
bodies.
there's no poop in the water, I'm choosing bodies.
I'm choosing
if it's just
bodies.
bodies, I'm choosing. But is it okay? So if it's bodies, are doing body parts, like there's an arm and a leg with blood in the
like
pool.
decapitated bodies. And
Yeah. Then there's blood in the pool.
No, but they're already dead. That's okay. So like, do they kill them in the pool? Because that's where it's fucked.
if they drowned, is it a potty? Is it a pool full of dead
Is
bodies
it a
that have?
porta potty?
Is it a porta potty party? No, this is a dead pool party. Man, if the bodies are clean and there's no shit or piss in the pool, I'm swimming through the bodies.
Yeah.
But if it's
I still feel like there's no instance where I choose poop over dead bodies.
I would choose poop over dead bodies if there's poop in the dead body water, because I'm not swimming through
I
both.
want to vomit. just
I'm not
thinking
swimming
about
through both.
it. Oh.
Are we talking like?
But it's no. You gotta
so wait,
think
are we
about
talking
the
about a
amount.
pool? Are we talking about a pool full of shit? Or are we talking about a
Yes.
pool with water and
No,
poop?
it's just poop. Or
How
it's
you
just
can't
dead
swim
bodies.
through dead bodies? You can't swim through that. You'd be crawling against them.
That's fine. It's
That's
better
not
than being
swimming.
covered.
No, it's got to be a pool
in shit.
full of water and shit. It can't. So it's a pool full of water and dead bodies floating.
I still feel like that's worse.
There has to be water in the pool. It's not an empty pool full of one or the other. It's a pool full of water and shit, or a pool full of water and dead bodies. I'm choosing the shit water because I'm not. If the dead bodies are dead and secreting fluid, I'm not swimming through that, because that's literally the exact same as swimming through shit water, dude.
Okay, we can switch questions now. I'm just.
He's about to vom.
I'm getting a little quick.
He's about to vom.
It's getting bad.
Okay, would you rather walk in on your parents having sex or have them walk in on you?
Ooh, fuck. I've been in both.
Yeah. What was more awkward?
Somebody walking in on you is way more awkward than walking in.
It was more awkward them walking in on you.
Well, trying to walk in was way more awkward than
From the distance.
somebody trying to walk in is way more sketchy than accidentally walking in.
Yeah.
I'd rather walk in instead of get walked in on. It's way more embarrassing getting walked in on.
Yeah. And the fact that both have already happened, it's like,
I'd rather choose the one that
yeah.
was easier for me to be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And just shut the door and be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, fuck, hold on.
Oh, God. Yeah. I think it's walking on the parents.
Ethan, you got to answer that one. Same? Okay. Ethan said the same. He'd walk in on his parents instead of having somebody walk in on him. Or their parents walking in on him. You, Andy?
I would rather walk in on my parents.
I'm glad we can all agree on that
Yeah.
one.
Okay, last one. Would you rather have an orgasm every time you hear All Star by Smash Mouth, or every time you have an orgasm, or no, every time you have an orgasm, All Star by Smash Mouth plays?
Oh, okay.
Oh, definitely. Every time I come, All-Star by Smash Mouth play.
Yeah, because
that's fucking great.
It would suck to be in a car and that happen. Like you hear All Stars on the radio and you come.
Oh, and you come in your car
yeah, that
awkwardly
would be
and
bad
you're like,
because you're just
fuck.
driving. You're like, oh fuck, they don't stop coming. Driving down the road, I can't stop coming. I can't stop coming. But it hits the ground running. You gotta sing it while you're coming, or after you come, it's like the intro to the song in your head.
No, I feel like, yes, that instance is hilarious but terrible. I feel like you'd rather have it start at that spot
right when
And
you
you're
come and
coming.
start, you're
You
like,
can't stop coming, and you can't stop coming.
can't stop go. Yeah. I'd much rather it come and it play instead
Yeah.
of having it play and then
100%.
come.
Only if it starts in that spot.
You can't stop coming and it can't stop coming.
Oh damn, that's such a good one.
That's really
Oh,
fucking
my
good. That was really
God.
good. Ethan, you chime in on that one?
I mean, logically, you'd want it to play when you come, but imagine an orgasm that lasts the duration of the entire song.
That'd be way too intense.
You think?
No, I feel like it stopped
I'd be
after you're done coming,
exhausted.
right?
But okay. So if it were to last the entirety of the song,
Oh,
I
you're
think
saying if you hear the song play, and
You're
you
coming the
come-
entire
whole
time. It's
Yeah, no,
orgasm
that's-
that
yeah,
lasts
that
the
even-
whole
I feel like
time.
it'd be way too exhausting.
that concludes
a 3.5
my answer,
minute.
100%.
A 3.5 minute come. That's
Because what if
way
your
too
friends want to
long.
listen to the song? Then
And they
you're
turn it
screwed.
up. They turn it up and you're in the backseat like,
Yep, no, can't do it. Is that your O face?
that's in a bad situation. Yeah,
Oh,
you're like
okay.
trying to hold it back. Ow. That would hurt. That would not feel good for 3.5
For 3
minutes.
minutes, yeah, eventually it would be
That-
like, no.
Constant convulsion of,
Yeah. Yeah. Tenderness.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Because it would get more and more sensitive over the
Yeah.
3.5 minutes and just hurt more and more.
Mm-hmm.
Your balls would be so sore. Yeah, I'd rather come and you can't stop coming and you
We
can't
can't
stop coming. It like fades into your head.
Oh, that's great. No,
Better
it
hit
plays
the
out
ground
loud.
running.
100%. That's not fair if it doesn't play out loud.
Oh, okay.
So every time somebody hears that song, they know you're coming. But that's better than hearing. Still, to me, that's better.
Because then you could fuck with them if you knew they did that every time they heard the song they came. You would just play the song randomly
Yeah,
while they're in the
that's even
shower and you hear
worse.
them. Ah,
Yeah, that's even worse. But
Yeah.
I'm sitting there playing video games, and the song changes on your thing to.
just randomly out of
Also
nowhere.
Smash Mouth while you're
Hey
in the
now,
shower.
you're a rock star.
I know exactly
Sitting on the
what's happening.
toilet. Just
It's
hear-
a little embarrassing either way, but I think it's worse.
It's definitely worse to hear the song and then come instead
Yeah,
of coming
100%.
and then hearing the song.
Yep.
That was fucking great. That was really good. Good one, babe.
Oh shit!
I think Ethan wants the 3.5 minute come. The fucking simple answer.
If I could like sample each one of them, I'd like to try that. I want to try it before I decide.
Yeah. That's not how restaurants
I need
work.
a test run. Need a quick test run of both. Let me get it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh man, we doing call time this week?
Are we?
We need to.
We got time?
It's a new bit. Yeah, we got plenty of time. There's always time for call time. It's phone calls. Damn it. Phone calls. You gotta play the intro first before you call somebody.
You're right. Oh,
You forget every time. Every time. Phone calls. Oh.
I think I do it.
This is most definitely my least favorite flavor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I figured it'd be your favorite out of the 4.
No, I really like the. Oh my!
I'm
fuck.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'd already turned it down.
Yeah, Hannah said she could barely hear her dad when we first called last week, and then
Really?
we turned it up. Oh, nope.
Your call
It's
has been
official.
forwarded.
We're
to
done.
Damn it! Come on, hang up before it says the number. Thank
We're
you.
done. It's over.
She had a very valid reason why last
Really?
time. Yeah. She calling? Oh, she
I'm
knew she
receiving a
missed it.
callback.
Yep. This is our first callback phone call. Kelsey.
Y'all better not be leaving me a voicemail.
No, I told him to hang up so I didn't have to blur out your number again. What's up, girl?
What's up?
What are you doing?
I'm cleaning.
Oh, you're using your new whatever shockwave or whatever it's called.
No, I did that last week. I'm like tidying up my office space because I'm working from home tomorrow and it's kind of a mess from school this weekend. So I'm just getting everything in order.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's your day been, Sweet?
It's been really good. I had a super busy day at work, but ever since I've been home, it's been really chill. I've been in the, oh my God, it's such a daunting process, but I really want a new phone when the new iPhones come out. So I've been like backing mine up and saving everything to like a hard drive or thumb drive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally started this last week and I swear it feels like it's nonstop getting all my pictures and videos off my phone. So I've kind of
Golly.
had that going in the background, but I've just been cleaning and tidying. Brooks has been working on the blazer, so it's been a chill night at the house.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Joseph said you had a very valid reason, but he didn't get to it. What was the valid reason for not answering 3 times in a row?
No, last week she had a valid
okay.
reason. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can talk about that off air.
Oh, okay.
That's why I
fine.
didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I said
okay.
she had a very valid reason. I understood.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
we didn't give up. We needed
Yeah.
you on the podcast
Yep.
again.
I'm happy. I was like, I heard my phone vibrating because I have it on silent, and my watch was sitting right next to it, like making this crazy noise. I was like, oh my God. And I like hurried up and stopped what I was doing so I could answer it.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Yeah. How's y'all's day been?
It has been a hell of a
It's
fucking
been
day.
a day.
It's been a day.
In a good way or bad way?
Both?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Sweet and
Yeah.
sour, like Chinese
Yeah.
food.
Yeah. Today I'm officially done with the apartment.
Really?
Yeah, it is the last day.
How does that feel?
Bittersweet.
It's a little bittersweet. Yeah, it's I'm gonna miss what I had there, but I'm also not gonna miss what I didn't have there. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I feel like it could kind of feel like a relief to know that like you don't have that responsibility hanging over your head anymore as well.
Yes, yeah, especially since it wasn't even necessarily my responsibility anymore. I was just paying for the responsibility.
Exactly. Yeah.
Paying for a storage unit.
Yeah, basically.
Very expensive storage unit.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Joseph, what about you?
Work was good. I came home and I was a little flustered because I knew we had to do the podcast and we weren't certain on when we were doing it yet because Trevor was still dealing with the apartment. And then Marlo bit the shit out of Mom again, and that was real bad, like really, really bad. So we're kind of in a loop of what we need to do about that. So, but other than that, it's been fine. The podcast is definitely a way easier way to come down from a shitty mood because it just instantly makes you feel better getting
Yeah.
shit out and just talking. So
Yeah, kind of gives you that like fake it till you make it to like kind of forces you to focus on the good. And
yeah,
kinda
exactly,
get out that-
exactly.
I've got a question for you, Kel.
Okay.
Would you rather come every time you heard the song All Star by Smash Mouth come on, or would you rather hear the song All Star by Smash Mouth come on every time you came?
Oh, I think the second one.
That's
Yeah.
what. Yeah, we all thoroughly agreed because you don't want to be in the car
Yeah.
and that comes on at 106.1 and you're driving down the road and you're like, I can't stop coming and I can't stop coming.
Yeah, I feel like that could happen at a really bad moment because that song is like kind of a joke now. So
Yeah.
Lord knows when it would come on, and it most likely would not be at a desirable time.
Yeah.
Right.
But you also got to think, if you're in the bathroom at work and you're trying to bang one out real quick because you just needed some stress relief, the second you're done, it just starts blaring out. Like you can't stop it from playing. So
Yeah.
you got to definitely time when your sexy time is for sure.
Yeah, definitely lock the door before you go in.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom that only has one stall.
There you go. Yep. Trevor said it'd be hilarious to just hear me showering and the song just randomly changes. It just stops and starts playing Smash Mouth. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be awkward with roommates. They'd be like, "Oh,
Oh,
it is."
there it is
Yeah.
again. Yep. But I think we all thoroughly agreed that would be a lot more fun instead of somebody knowing you do that and they play the song to fuck with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, the fact that you'd be coming for 3.5
Half
minutes
minutes.
sounds fun at first and then terrible.
At the end.
Yeah. So if it's the whole song, that's
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Sealed the deal there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have another would you rather.
Oh.
Okay.
Would you rather swim in a pool full of poop or a pool full of dead bodies?
Oh my God.
Okay, so we dwindled it down to I said if the bodies haven't secreted the fluid like poop and piss, then I would do the bodies because it's just clean bodies that you got to just swim through and be done. But if the pool is full of dead people that have shit and piss themselves because they're dead, then I'm just doing the poop so I don't have to deal with the dead bodies.
Trevor, do you agree with that?
No, 100%. A pool full of poop is fucking gross. Even if there's a little bit of poop and pee with the dead bodies, I'd rather swim with that. The idea of having to swim through a pool of shit makes me want to vom right now.
Yeah! We've converted him, boys.
I only said it for the fun factor.
I guess I have like one of those irrational fears of like seeing a dead body. I never have, like, other than at a funeral.
Right.
And I don't think I could handle it. Like, I think the biggest thing for me is the hair. Like, I always have this fear when I'm in the lake and like my feet touch the bottom, if I jump in, that I'm gonna feel hair.
Oh, God, don't give me that idea. I just started enjoying the lake.
I know. So like the thought of being completely surrounded by that, I think I would have a panic attack and die. Like that. Oh.
You would be one with the pool.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I wonder if that's how everybody else died in it.
Yeah, probably so. Like, I'm kind of envisioning, like, this is really weird and gross. I don't know why my mind just went here, but I'm kind of picturing, like, if I fell in a porta potty, would I rather land in poop or would I rather land in dead bodies?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be poop for sure for me. Like, that's so disgusting.
Yeah, it's still nasty.
So,
It's still nasty, but I feel like it'd be the way better option of just getting it done and over with and then getting out and cleaning yourself instead of knowing you just touched all those dead bodies.
Yeah.
Trevor
like,
almost puked.
Can't wash that off.
Yeah, exactly. You can't wash the guilt off of doing that.
Yeah.
You can wash the guilt off of swimming in shit, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Trevor almost puked when we talked about that.
like,
one.
I was definitely getting a little queasy. Yeah, it's
Okay, next question.
We have one more, right?
What?
The space one? Or not the space one, the world one.
Yeah.
So we said, would you rather see the beginning of the world or the end of the world?
That's a thinker.
Me and Trevor agreed that the beginning would be cool to see life, but I said if we had the knowledge we had today, it would suck to going back in time and have to, like, not live a life with what we have now. So I'd rather go to the future and see the end because I know everything would be way more advanced anyways.
Yeah, and like, what if you saw the end of the world and it like didn't seem that far from now? Like,
True.
I'd rather see the end too. Like the beginning, I feel like that would be more of like a simplistic mindset to just like kind of get away from
Get in the
hustle
peace
and bustle,
mind.
but
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it would be cool to see like the advancement and stuff. If that is like, you know, a really, really long time away. Who knows?
My point to Joseph was if we really do have all these amazing advancements, then we can't stop it still. And if we can't stop it, then it must be a pretty horrific end.
That's true too.
Yeah.
And then we made a second scenario of if you could be on the International Space Station and see the world end or the world explode, would you rather be in the space station or on Earth when it exploded?
Oh, I'd rather be on the Earth. I wouldn't want to watch it and like question what you're gonna do to start over. I would rather just be part of the group of people that were gone.
Me and Trevor said we'd be in the space station because I feel like you're still gonna die regardless if the world explodes because of that massive shockwave that's gonna come from it.
Yeah.
So the space station is still gonna be thrown around in space from that kind of explosion regardless. So I'd rather see it from space and have like the peace of mind of, okay, everybody else is dead, I'm gonna die too.
Yeah. I just feel like again, kind of going back to like the panic attack thing, I feel like if I had to witness that happening, I guess it would depend. If like everyone you loved was at this space station, then that might kind of be cool because you would all be together and you would know it's coming.
Yeah.
But like if I was up there by myself with like a couple other coworker astronauts, like fuck that. I would not want to do that.
You wouldn't have had the time to like do anything or
that'd be so sad.
You'd rather know that you were at home and it just kind of fucking happened instead of watching it happen to everybody you know and love and then it hits you.
Yeah.
That's a good argument for sure. I've always just wanted to go to space. Like, that's just like a life goal of mine to be able to see Earth from space. So I think that's the only reason why I choose the space station situation.
Yeah, that would be cool. That's a hefty bucket list item.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's not one that I'm going to be able to achieve myself, but
Well, you
still,
never know.
I can live through pictures. It's good enough for me to see Earth from a space station alone, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you listen to the episode where we said, would you rather be at the bottom of the ocean or in space?
No.
Which would you choose? Would you rather be able to explore the bottom of the ocean or explore space?
The bottom of the ocean is probably my biggest fear. Like the thought of
Same.
the unknown of what's down there.
Yep.
On your own planet?
Yeah, but here's the thing. If I knew that I was going to come out alive of either scenario, I think I would do the bottom of the ocean just to
Be less scared of it?
exactly, yeah,
Or-
to know that like there might be some creepy shit down there, but it ain't going to kill me. So,
What about, like, knowing there is some creepy shit down there and you have to tell everybody about it?
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would rather see what's here on the planet though than like
No, there's other life form.
yeah, exactly.
That
I'd
we
rather
can't
have
do
to
anything
report back
about.
what's at the bottom of the ocean than what's on Mars.
But what if we found a planet that was like cavemen? It was like the beginning of humans again. I think that would be so fucking cool to show up and be like, yo, we're from a different planet. They're smarter than you.
Yeah.
But I guess that would also almost turn into like the Pilgrim situation of taking over a planet because we're smarter than them in a way.
Enslaving them.
Yeah, I feel like it would go bad the
Yeah,
way
it'd go
Earth
bad.
works.
Yeah.
But still, I think it's just a life goal of mine to be in space, so that's why I chose space for sure.
Yeah.
I would love to see like Earth and the moon and all that, like just up close, or not even up close, like far away, but
Right.
still, like it would just make me feel so small to see that.
Exactly. Yeah, I saw this video. I'm sure y'all have seen it because it was like going crazy. I think it was on Facebook maybe like a year ago. And it showed like the size of a human and then it showed like the size of a state. And it just kept like zooming out and zooming out and zooming out and zooming out. And it was like at the end of it, like you are literally a molecule. Like you are so nothing compared to the rest of the universe that's out there. And it was such a crazy video. It like really puts things in perspective of like how small we really are and how much more that's out there. Like it was pretty crazy.
And it's crazy to know that we know literally nothing about it. Anything that's out, like we know the general stuff of it's out there, but we don't know what it really is.
Exactly.
Like, what if
So,
there's a
like,
crust under the sun that people are living in because they know, like, a way to get through the sun's barrier and flames, and it's, like, a perfect world underneath? Like, you just, you could never know. And literally, there's bigger planets than the sun that they know of. So that's what scares me. Because how small the Earth is compared to the sun, and to know there's planets bigger than Earth is terrifying. Like, Jupiter, granted, it's a ball of gas, but... still, there could be something inside that ball of gas that's hidden. Like maybe that big ass thing of gas is just a prop of small world people that knew to make their planet look big so nobody fucks with it.
Oh my god.
Like it's like it's a big ass force field or something that nobody knows.
Yeah, like to hide what's there.
Exactly. Like it's a perfect utopia and they don't want anybody else to find it.
Shit, I don't blame them.
Yeah. They know the humans are dumb.
Yeah, don't invite humans.
Yeah, literally.
Do y'all have Hulu?
We did, but we don't anymore.
Oh, okay. Ethan's shaking his head no at me right now. There's this documentary that I recommend to everybody about space and the world and how we are right now. It's a little bit crazy, but it's about how lizard people are running our world and we've explored lots more space than we admit and all that kind of crazy shit.
What's it called?
Above Majestic.
Above
Majestic.
Okay, I'll have to look into that. I think Lauren has Hulu, or she's like using someone's that does.
There's a lot of things that are eye-opening and there's a lot of other things that's like, okay, no.
What the
No
heck?
fucking
Yeah,
way.
like what the heck?
But it's just fun to watch, in my opinion.
I have fully disagreed to watch it because I think I buy into a lot of stuff that's like weird and wacky like that. So I would hate to buy into something and be like way too sketched out over it. So I've just not watched it.
Scared that the lizard people are listening to you. all the
Yeah,
time.
literally.
Yeah.
I already know my FBI agent's listening, so the last thing I need to know is the lizard people are listening too.
Yeah, I can't. I feel like I'm the same way. Even if I don't like fully believe it, I can't. Like, if I hear something that really is like super thought provoking, I can't forget it. Even if I want to forget it, I can't.
Yeah, I get that totally. Dull silence.
I'm in like deep thought about who's listening right now.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't know. And it's even weird that you're on a podcast that people are going to listen to. So you don't know if it's like people around the world or just your friends that are listening to it.
Exactly.
I think that's what excites me about the podcast is one day this could just magically blow up for no reason at all. And then like hundreds of thousands of people are just listening to the random fucking bullshit I have to say.
Exactly. And it's crazy to think that like none of it would be like real time. Like this is all going to be in the past. If that did like that's so weird.
It's all like documented history for us.
Yeah, it's really cool. How long have y'all been doing it? Has it been a year yet?
Almost.
Dude,
we're 3 episodes away from 1 year.
So this will be episode 49.
Dang, that's so cool.
So I think on the year, I kind of want to do like a big call time and call all of our guests and like ask them if they remember their podcast, if they've been on, or their questions that they asked, if they had like a favorite thing about it, or I just kind of want to do like a small questionnaire of like everybody we've had and like stuff like that.
I like that idea. I think it'd be better to get together with as many guests as possible.
As many people in one room and then just have like a mic rotation, like pass the mic around a room and people just and do like a giant live podcast. That would be really fun, actually.
I like that idea.
We should try sorting that now, especially since we have time, like 2 or 3 weeks before we get there.
And get everybody
like
there.
Set a Facebook group up and all that. Be like live podcast.
I like
whoever's been a guest or not a guest, if you've listened, anything like that. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you could have like a celebration. Like we could do like a party.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that would be a blast. I'd definitely be in. If
Hell yeah, for sure. All right, girl, we need to wrap this up. This has been a killer episode, and we really appreciate you calling back.
Okay.
Awesome. I love you guys.
We love you too. You be safe today.
All right.
All right, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Hell yeah.
Probably the longest call time we've ever had.
And Janice was really long.
And Janice was long too, but still.
But yeah, makes sense.
Made up for the other 3 times she didn't answer.
Like daughter, like mother. Whatever.
Just messing around.
Just tease her more. Everybody, this has been episode 49. We've got to get this outro music pulled out. Any last words, anybody? Ethan? Andy? No last words? This is a pretty rocking episode. I really liked it.
Oh.
It actually kind of flew by.
Good episode. Thanks everyone for listening.
Yeah, what Ethan said. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next week. You should have hit the outro. Oh, you did.
I did. Sorry, it's just a little delayed.
Just a little delayed. Bye. Thank you. Love you. Love you. I love you.
Fucking weirdo.